Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to the how-to series. Today we are going to show you how to fix a broken vent. This one is not broken, although it doesn't go up and down very well, so maybe it is broken. That one's a little bit better. These often get broken because people use these for phone mounts, and these fins are just clipped in at the end. So if it's all over the place, it's probably just going to be that it's come out that end. So I need to take this off anyway, so I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to set the camera up. Before I do that, I'm going to just quickly explain how you do it. Now, the easiest way of doing this, you have to take out the 4 little blanking plates. One there, so one there, one there, one there, and one there. You take those out, and then you use these prongs that come with, they're quite common. They normally come with replacement stereos. They don't come with the car, I don't think. I don't think you get a set of these when you buy a car, but you do need these ones. You can buy them at Halfords. They're literally £2 or £3, not very much, or you can get them on eBay even cheaper. Always worth having some, because you can't get those vents out without taking the stereo out. Now, it can sometimes be really tricky to get that stereo out. They can be really tight to come out, and if that is the case, if you just cannot get the thing out, the only thing you can do is take this coloured panel off. Now, to get that coloured panel off, we're not going to do it in this video, but you have to undo screws underneath, you have to prise this off, and then that will reveal 2 torque screws under here. You have to undo those 2 torque screws as well as those ones underneath that we just mentioned, and then that will pull off. That then allows you to get your fingers behind here as you're pulling the stereo. Hopefully that won't be the case with this one. The last few I've done, it's come out quite easily, but it does seem to vary. I've done lots and lots of these. So without further ado, I'll set the camera up and we'll show you how we get these out. Right, so what I do sometimes when I take these off, I've got the gear stick mount off as well, gear stick surround off as well, and it's always possible that you can drop them. Now, they are all specific in particular areas, so you can't put that one there, for instance, or that one there. They have to go in the right place. So when I take these off, what I tend to do now is I just put them on the seat and put them in the order that I take them off. So if you just sort of press one end and then get something underneath, I hope you can see this, and they just prise off. So that's the top left, so I'll put that in a position just there. Same on this one, press it, get one edge up if you can a little bit, get something underneath. This is just a bradawl that I use. Take it off, that's the top right. Same again on the bottom. These are quite tight, I don't think these have ever been off before. So if you push that there, it pops out a little bit and you can get the tool underneath. They're quite easy to break, so try not to break them. Just be gentle. So that's bottom right, so that one goes there, and then same on there. If you can push that and the pointed end, get that underneath. Hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Get your tool underneath, be gentle with it. That one won't come out now typically, because I'm trying to do it so you can see. Get your fingernails under there. It doesn't want to come out now, this one. Typical. Oh. Right, that's it, got it. Be careful, don't just yank it. Ease it out carefully, otherwise you will break it, I guarantee you. Now, so as I said, now with these, when you push these in, you then have to exert either sideways pressure, either inwards or outwards. Now, the best way to do it, so when they go in, they slide onto 2 clips that are holding in the stereo. If you push them outwards, you're pushing the tips of them inwards, which will help to move those clips out of the way. If you push these in too far, it'll push it past the clips and it won't come out. So you can feel it, just like that, that should do it. And you put that one in, like that, that should be enough. Now, if you straddle and do sideways pressure and you hope, wiggle it, it will come out. Try again, it seems to be coming. See what I mean? doesn't want to come. Oh, hurts the hand as well. Keep trying. If you go too far, as I say, it won't be any good. Oh, I've turned it on, turn it back off. It doesn't want to come. So this is the instance. Now you can either get something in here to help it along, which is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to use a trim tool. Right, so we've got a trim removal tool. So we're going to try and put that in there. Oops. So we've got a trim removal tool. We're going to try and put that in there, pull at the same time, if we can, and help it along the way. Now that's come out now, so we need to push that back in. And that might help. Yeah, that's helped. Okay, so it's started off a little bit. So what I'm going to do, be careful if you do this, get a screwdriver, there you go, and pull it. Now the reason one of the reasons it's difficult is because it has a couple of little Velcro sticky things just there, one there and one there, and they stick to the side. So if it's never been out before, you can bet your life it's going to be difficult. Now you don't have to take it out, you can leave it connected, but we have 2 screws. I will insert a picture of these screws now. There, and you've got 1 screw there. It's a bog standard Phillips screw, and you just need to get those out. Right, so now you've got that out, I've shown you the screws, so you just need an ordinary Phillips screwdriver, preferably a magnetic one. I don't think this is a magnetic one, because you don't want to drop the screw when it comes out, so be careful, try and get hold of it if you can once it comes out, because you don't want to do what I just did then. It has got a little bit of magnetism to this screwdriver. You don't want to lose that down the back. And the other one. Can be tricky to get hold of. There you go, got that. If you've got fat fingers, you've got no chance. Now, with these, if yours is broken, it may come out in one bit. It may come out with, sometimes when you'll pull it, the top piece, the front piece, will come off. Now you want to take that off anyway, so it's not the end of the world if it does, because we have to depress tabs to get that off once we've actually got the whole thing out. Because it's suctioned in at the back, it doesn't always come out in one piece. And again, these can be really tricky to get out. So I'm going to use a cloth, because it helps protect your hands a little bit and gives you a little bit more to pull out, he says. Let me try it without that. There you go. That's come out in one piece, which I didn't think it was going to do. There you go, that's out. Right, there you have it, that's it out. Now what we've got to do is take this apart. So we'll come out of the car and I'll show you how to do that. Right, now we've got it on the bench. What we've got to do to get this apart is we have to remove the tabs. Not remove, we've got a tab. Let me see if I can show you. We've got a tab just there. Hopefully you can see that. Tab there, tab there, tab there, one there, another one at the side, another one at the bottom, another one there, another one there, another one there, and another one at that side. So they all have to be depressed. So depress the tab and pull it. There you go, that one's come out. Press that tab, pull it, just keep pulling on it, and that one, and that one, and there you go, you've got that one side out. There you go. It's just come off, there you go, just like that. Okay, that makes sense, hopefully it does. Right, okay, now, to get these to work, with these, what will sometimes happen is those fins, hopefully you can see, they're just slotted into a little bar and to the top and the bottom. Now if one of yours is broken or out, then that will, you can slot it back in. It's a bit fiddly. I'm not going to take one out, but it is quite easy to figure out how it does it, because you'll see the little notches on it and it will just sit in there. Now the bit that is most common to break is these. Now these, as you can see, all they are is they are fitted in the end here. So you have to sort of bend them a little bit to get them to go in, but you can just slot them in and then that will be fixed. It's quite easy. So I can't show you on this one because it's basically not broken. But yeah, don't get yourself a new one. They're quite easy to fix. Now, to get them things to actually work. So to move those side to side, you have to line these up. Now, as you can see, these bits move side to side, both of them. So what you have to do is you offer the things up together like that. Make sure you're doing it on the right way, and then as you feed it in like that. I'm not sure this is getting in. Let me try this. Let's get a bit closer with the camera. Right, I'm going to try and get this in on the camera. So you have to line up the bits that slot together. So you can see, if you're looking down it, you can see that piece there. This would have been easier shown with a white one actually, rather than a black one. So you just have to line them up like they are here, and then all you do, I think they're lined up, is snap it back together, and there you have it. Now they're moving. They're properly moving, and that one's not, because I've not lined it up properly. I couldn't see what I was doing properly, so I haven't done that properly. So we'll redo that, and then we'll just come back. So that one's lined up. That one's lined up. I think, yep, they're lined up, and then you push it together, and that's it. Now they work independently of each other. Now I've got to take this one apart again, because I've got to do something with it, which is not included in this video. However, that shows you how you put it all back together. So what I'll do is I'll do what I've got to do, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to put it all back in again. So all you do is you make sure, in my case, that cable is in the notch, and then you need to get it just above the cage. Sometimes you have to push it because the bits of the cage get in the way. So then push it back into position, so that then locks into position. I might need to pull it out slightly because I need to pull my cable through a little bit. There you go. There we go. Push that back. That should be better. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that there. Right, and now you put your 2 screws back in. Again, being careful. And don't drop them on the floor like I just did then. You really could do, and I must get myself some magnetic screwdrivers, because that does save you losing screws. Because not only will you lose the screws, for me it doesn't really matter because I've got lots of screws, but of course, depending on where it goes, the worst case scenario, it could interfere with some wiring and cause a short. Best case scenario is it's rattling around, being really annoying. So you just screw those back in, and then with the stereo, if you haven't unplugged it, you don't need to unplug it, as I say. Make sure that the aerial socket is still in and everything is where it should be. Push your cables out of the way. Right, so feed your stereo in, making sure that your wires are not in the way. Mine were, so I just cut it while I was getting them out of the way, and then you just firmly push back, and then that'll click everything back into position. Now if you're good, like I said, these should just fit back in. Don't drop them. Try not to drop them. Again, they are a little bit on the fiddly side, but all of a sudden they will just snap back in. Don't be rough with them, because you will break them. They're quite easy to break. That one's on. It makes life a lot easier if you know which one's going where. Otherwise, you've got a 4 in 1 chance of getting it right, and invariably you get them wrong. That one's in. Top left. Oops. Top left goes in, and then the bottom left. Now this one is actually broken, so this might need a bit of glue or a bit of blue tack or something to hold it in. That one must have broken when I took that out. There's no broken bit on the seat, but that probably won't stay in now, so we need to put something on that. That's it, done. So that is how you change the centre air vents on a Fiat 500 or an R-Bath. As you know, if you've got an R-Bath, it is a Fiat 500 inside and underneath and so on. So that's exactly the same. So that's it. Please, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Click on the button, subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell that's down there somewhere, and that will tell you when we upload new videos. Complete projects and lots of how-to useful videos like this. So hope to see you hit that button. And of course, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. In my case, a very dirty thumbs up. Until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.